football and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime.
Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Come on, 70, pack the 65 cat, 65 cat, 19 tight, 19 tight, 79 Broncos.
Back to throw now on first down.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
They go play action here on first down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 3. Running right, here's Achane.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they doing early in this game.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. 60 by 6, 60 by 6.
Back to throw. Presley. Now they go screen, and it's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
You talk about this Miami defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
From the gun on third down, Presley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
19 Chargers, 19 Chargers. Panther 11, Panther 11. 79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw here on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Ready? Hawk, set, Cowboys. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 tight, 19 tight. Rig alert, rig alert.
Motion.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
It's a gain of 8.
70
The Chargers. First down.
Up the middle they go. Phillips. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The Chargers at 5-4 now on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. Presley. Well, this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And it's 3rd down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. They'll drop to throw. Able to find Higgins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down, Dolphins.
19, Tiger, 19.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard
The
line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there, you don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Ready?
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9.
Go! 19, 18.
Operating from the gun. Presley. He finds his man complete. That's Fisher. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Chargers.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
35-yard line.
Mustang 19. 18, Rattler.
Back to throw. Presley.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
So 5 yards here. 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Warrior 70. Buffalo 18.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
70 Timberwolves.
Operating from the gun. Presley.
That's over the middle, taken in by Harris.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a gain of 16
60
yards.
Bison, 60 Bison.
And the Chargers
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Now they're audible to something else.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. They'll work inside here, Hampton.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
Bronco ladies.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Penalty. Accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready, right?
Operating from the gun. Presley. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out that fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Now HN on 1st and 10.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll set up a throw.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's HN.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
A 3-yard.
And now it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 21-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19. 18, Pioneer. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Second and 6.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cowboy 80. Push, alert, push, alert, push.
Looking to throw. Presley. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like watching a wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Yeah. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 79 69 Broncos. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First down.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. That last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now second and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
Now back to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Third down and 13.
A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's third.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. A run straight ahead with Achane. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
He'll look to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
down, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, second and 10 coming up.
19 tight, 19 tight. 19 Lions. Go.
Back to throw. Presley. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. On the handoff, it's Achane. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Deion Henry there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the ground, H.M. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 6. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Presley. He finds his man. Complete. It's Phillips. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 39-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Operating from the gun. Presley. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
The Chargers first down.
50 Eagles, 50
1st and
Eagles.
10 at the 45-yard line.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Looking to throw. Presley looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2nd and 11. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. There he goes again. Jalen Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 63 yards. And the Dolphins have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turn the ball. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. These guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Jason Sanders, kickoff for Miami.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Again, it's Hampton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Come on, set. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Off play action. Presley. And the Dolphins rush gets him. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They go play action here on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked on by Justin Reed. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Ready, ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Back to throw. Presley. He's got Harris running the slant. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
And the throw in the catch were just fine. Against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Let's go. Cougar 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
Back to throw now on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Still on his feet. He may go. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now he's got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into the next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Looking to throw. Presley. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Let's go now. 19, 18. Ready.
Back to throw. Presley. He'll try and do this himself. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO, and he'll keep it.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
Pat to 60, Pat.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught at the 20. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to run their final timeout.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Outside, so I'm staying inside. Show you and I vibe, take a boot. Like Tupac, I see the bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Going on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize, ain't surprised.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
70, Warriors, 70. 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Ready?
Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hampton. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Dolphins, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week as they will take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for the